We are excited today to show you video testimonials from of our students. They took the online course. They got some counseling and some consulting and some coaching sessions. We're excited to show you. So I am with Danielle here. Danielle, say hi.
Hello, everyone. We're excited. Yeah.
All right. So we are going to share our screen here because we want to make sure that you know this is a real person. We are going to get their website up right here,
Yeah.
naplesclosets.com. All right. Now you can look around at the homepage right here. Naples Closets are real close to the ocean down there. Now, they've been a leader in professional design, manufacturing, and installation for about 20 years. Let's say they started in 2005, right here, and definitely at the seven-figure level. Um, Great values. Here's the owner you'll hear from, Tom Huggins. What do you like about Tom?
Oh my gosh, Tom is awesome. He brings everything to the front. There's no bologna and cheese with him. He is like to the top of the tippy top of the closet.
Yes, like his
His
character,
character
how
matters.
he balances work-life balance, how he treats team members and develops team members is amazing. So there he is, Tom Huggins. So you are going to get to hear his video testimony of the online course of how he increased his personal financial assessments, and you can do it too. It's opened my mind to a little bit more deepness in the how wisdom cries out and how wisdom can be used in any really individual, family, organizational, government use. When you're applying this knowledge, it's giving you a sense of awareness of it's there. So that, to me, it's like I could know the stuff. Being in business for 20 years, I'm like, I can see how that happened. I can see why this happened because it was already being done and I just wasn't aware of it. So I had processes or certain procedures and certain things I do all the time, but I never really tied the two together. So it does to me every time I have a thought or every time I thought about do this or do that, it's like, where'd that come from? So it's opened my brain up a little bit more to be a little bit more aware of this intel that we can get. And then, of course, the paths of righteousness and not righteousness means that you can cut that intel off if you're doing all things. Yeah, well said. Thank you so much for that. The proof is in the results and the application. So you heard some of our testimonials, and this is what they've improved. We focus on at least one. So we'll go through them really quickly, but these are in the back of the course book, and they're a part of one of the first lessons of the course. So you get this, you get a target that you can see, and then you see how you can improve on your personal financial assessments by improving your brain abilities. All right, Danielle.
It's amazing how we can change the way that we think and the way that we see things. And the numbers, like my husband said, the proof is in the pudding. It is amazing what we can do if we'll just change our mindset. And so there's just too much time sometimes on our hands where we are just like, okay, how can we make our money work for us instead of working all the time for money and then not saving enough to where we can make an impact in our life for others and for our family. And so we want to help you grow that and teach you that. And you can see the before and after.
So I heard you. You said, well, let me see them. You know what? I got the screen share for you. So here's some of the course curriculum. You know,
This is going to be the before and the after
Mm-hmm.
assessments, increasing brain cognition skills, the CPU, the RAM, those functions on our brain and the computations, the thought configurations, the analysis can improve. So it's an analogy here of a computer chip right here, and that's going to help us increase professional codes. And then you see the calculator here and all of our personal financial assessments. So let's go through them. All right. So we got assets. You can see market value minus your debt equals your equity. And then these are the assets that we focus on,
Mm-hmm.
right? These are all the different ones. You can read them right here. We can go really fast. So what's an asset that can increase your labor productivity rate, learning curve, expense to income ratio, increase disposable income, maybe you focus on a health status, social, emotional, mental, and then we got real estate, vehicles, cash in the bank, checking account, mutual fund, stocks, and bonds. We do focus on the stock market, mutual funds, do give teaching on that. Retirement planning,
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
cash value of an insurance policy. We focus on term, life insurance policies. Maybe get some royalties, intellectual property.
That'd be nice.
And business ownership or other, right? So we would focus on that. We would help you add up your net worth. Then we have income sources from improving labor productivity rates and the learning curve. Here's the income sources, right? So this is before and after. You work at your own pace. You focus on one of these. And we got a lot of different things here, but you can just focus on one asset or one income and go through the course, and we're going to see results. All right, so here's an example: employment, commissions, bonus, self-employment. Maybe you want to get promoted, maybe you want to make money at your current job, maybe you want to get a new job, maybe you want to make money doing some other business, or maybe a part-time job, but it's customized to you. All right, so here you go. You can get more self-employment, a bonus, an additional income source. You can do investments, dividend income, interest income, a trust fund, rental income, pension, annuity, other. You just focus on what you want to focus on, all right? And then we have savings. All right. With savings, we want to make sure you get that emergency fund. We're going to save for things. We put a name on it and plan for it on our forms. It can help. We have a financial command center, so you can navigate life's decisions.
Oh yeah.
All in one. You got all the components, all the debts, all the savings, all the upcoming one-time expenses. Wow. Like real estate taxes or taxes due. Sometimes we don't know how much we have to pay for taxes. Vehicle repair or saving for a productive asset. Insurance co-pays or deductibles. Vocational skill improvement. We want to make sure that you consider, for you personally, consider saving to increase your skills. Maybe it's an online course. Maybe it's tuition. Maybe it's a technical skill, a vocational skill, trade skill. For me, it's been online courses.
Absolutely.
Learning right now is very advantageous through the online course model. It's very cost effective. Result oriented. You can monetize it versus just having a bunch of academic knowledge. What other lump sum payment? They could think about it. Or general savings. Savings could be good. All right, we'll focus on that. Then the expense to income ratio. We train the brain and the neuroplasticity, the programming of the brain, to whenever I make a purchase, I'm going to have the ability to understand and calculate how much income I'll make directly or indirectly from that purchase. So we want to organize that. And then so here you go. You put all the giving's up top for us. We really want to make sure that the priority of when you increase in your income and you're appreciating assets and you decrease your expenses from taking our training, you decrease your capital losses, that you increase your giving. That's the focus, right? You want to increase the giving, the tithes, the offerings, the charity. All right, so there you go there. We got all the good stuff here, the basics, but you want to itemize it, categorize it, right, in our forms. And then we can even have custom-made CSV files that protect your online bank account that you can update on the cloud after you make a purchase. You can put it into that category so you can know when I make this purchase or I'm thinking about this purchase, how much did I already spend in this category? Like personal spending, right? You start at the beginning of the month, okay, this is what I'm going to spend in personal spending. But then when you go throughout the month, it's very easy to get over that. And if you don't see it added up throughout the month, you don't even know how much you already spent.
Yeah, and you got to be careful. You got to think before you spend.
All right, and then we'll calculate for you the expense to income ratio, okay? So you'll add it all up here, the 10 categories, the income sources. You take the expense divided by income times 100, and we're going to get you down below 100. We've had people that were over 100, like 117%, and they got down to 43%. 117% down to 43%.
Yeah.
So they were spending 17% more than they were making, and then they got it down to 43%. They were able to have, what's the difference? So it'll be 57%.
Yeah.
They were able to have for investing or saving, and they only spent 43%. Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Those are some of them. We have a lot more in the 12 main components of a personal financial plan. How many?
12.
12 main components of a financial plan. We want you to focus on one of them. You can take our course and we can help you along with it. You can join the Facebook page and the Facebook group for some free paid content when we launch those challenges, those free teachings, and get actionable results that matter to you in your life today. Danielle, close us out.
Oh man, we have so much going on right now in everyone's life. Everyone's got something going on. But what is your main focus for your finances to skyrocket and that income to ratio to change and make a big difference in your life? That's what our goal is, to help you. So tune in when we start the challenge, because you're going to want to get into this. You really are. It's going to be exciting to see how your money can grow and make a change in your family, your personal finances. Oh my goodness. So we're excited for you. Woo! All right. Bye, everybody.